Welcome back. I'm Annette. I am your host here at Coaching You For You. Thanks for joining me. We won't be on long tonight. I have set the timer. Coaching You For You. Remember, blueberry, water. A good thing. Our message tonight is we want you to reclaim your time, your life, your high vibrations. Get your life, y'all. Get your life. Shout out to all of my family and friends. Make 2023 the year of discovery. Discover new people, places, and things. Prepare. 2023 has to be a year of discovery. It has to be a year of new things. And, we want to encourage all of you, man and woman alike, to let go of that street meat. Let go of that street meat. Go and prepare for someone who hasn't been everywhere with everybody doing everything. That is low vibrations and no self respect for either of you. So do something different in the year of 2023. You have to prepare for it. Preparation is the key to our success. And so, there are some things that have to happen to help me in reclaiming my time. And I'm talking about me, in reclaiming my time and making the most of it. I had to get rid of distractions. I had plenty of distractions. More than I care to remember and or count. I had plenty distractions. I had to get rid of this. It could be my phone, it could be television, it could be another person, it could be a pet, as long as it takes my attention away from my goals and what I need to do, to reclaim my time and my life and my energy and my effort, that's what matters. And so I learned a few things. 2022 taught me some things, as did 2020 and 2019. For those of you who know, 2019 was my letting go year. And I let go of a lot of, people, places, and things that were not serving me, But I had to first come to understand if it didn't align with my goals and my purpose, I had to reassign it. I had to let it go, I had to resign all of that. I learned to focus on what mattered most to me. That's what reclaiming is all about, focusing on the things that matter most to you. I had to remove the camouflage and make time for me. Because sometimes, when we're giving away our, high vibrations, when we're giving away all of our support, when we're giving away time, energy, and effort to others, sometimes we forget. We have to take care of us too. Yeah, sometimes we forget. And so, in reclaiming my time, I had to understand if it didn't align, I had to reassign it. It was really, yeah, really just that simple. I had to look at some of the things I'd failed at and look at where and how I played a role in that. Because if we're going to take any risk at all, sometimes we're going to fail. And I did at a few things more than I care to count. But I failed at some things. I did very well at some things too, but I also failed at some things. And I had to take a look at that. In reclaiming my time, my energy, and my effort, I had to take a look at where I failed. And I had to honestly see where I wasn't at. I want to remind all of you to hydrate, drink water. It's good for you. Blueberry water, whatever kind of water it is good for you. I like Bai water. Moisturize your feet, your hands, and your face, and mind your business. Yeah, share that with somebody. I needed to remind myself that I was human because sometimes I'm such a perfectionist in the things that I do with and for myself that I lose sight of that. I don't like making mistakes. But one of the things I've learned is I am human and I'm going to make mistakes. And I learned that over and over again. And some of you don't have any more learning to do, but I will be learning until the day I die. And my mind is open for it. I had to make plans for me. That was probably one of the most important things that I did. I had to make plans for me. See, I made plans for work. I made plans for my family. I made plans for my significant other. I made plans, with and for my significant other. I made plans for just about everything and everybody else except me. And I kind of fell in line. So I want to thank Maxine Walters at the Capitol for giving us, recoining and bringing back the phrase, reclaim your time. And wherever it is, wherever you lost it, wherever you put it down at, whoever you gave it to, reclaim it. In 2023, make plans for you. Set aside some time for you. And in reclaiming my life, I realized that I wanted to go to places I'd never been. I don't necessarily have to traipse around the country. I don't, outside of the country. I don't have to visit. I've been to islands. I've been to different places. I've been on cruises. I've done that. And after a while, my experience has taught me that most of the islands, with the exception of maybe a little spice in the food, are pretty much the same. They offer pretty much the same things, and they're tourist traps. And so, one of the things, and there's nothing wrong with traveling outside the country, don't mix or miss the message. And the message is simply that in 2023, I want to discover some things and do some new and exciting things right here in the United States where I live. I'd like to visit all of the states. And although I've had the opportunity to visit a few, I haven't done all of them. I want to meet different people, places, and things. I like that. I like the very idea of it. I like getting to know people who are different from me. I do. So in reclaiming my life, here's some of the things I'm going to do. I'm going to travel and go places I've always wanted to visit. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm also going to limit my social media. I have Coaching You for You. And under this banner, there are many different podcasts and social media opportunities. The Black Girls Locker Room, where we huddle and strategize and celebrate, each other. And that room is open to uh, women. It's our huddle time. You know, prep for the game, to get the strategy, to understand, where we are, where we're going, and what we need to do to win. Yeah. Because when you sit in the locker room, in that circle, the conversation is different. Join it. It's on Facebook, the Black Girls Locker Room. Conversations are different. The other thing I'm working more on is because, unfortunately, in my past lifestyle, I had so much work to do that I learned to multitask very well in getting the job done. In terms of socializing and personal, things, not so much. I didn't have the time. And so I'm looking forward to conversations where people are talking about, seizing the day and the different things they'd like to do, the places they've been, the people they met that were different and what they learned. My mind is open to learning and I want that opportunity. And I don't necessarily need to sit in a classroom, to get it. You can learn from other people, places, and things, and I don't ever want to mix the message that, My degrees and all of the certifications that I have are not my full education. My experiences, coupled with all of that, is what makes it such a great resume. I've also decluttered my mind. I got rid of people, places, and things that were not serving me. And when I say serving me, I mean that they weren't bringing anything to me to help me grow. They weren't teaching me anything. It had become boring and, the same old, same old. I knew that I had to change some of my circles, and I did. And it's the best thing I've ever done. I'm telling you, Nabila Ishmael up there in North Jersey. I love you, girl. Thank you for coaching and mentoring me because it certainly has made the difference. It certainly made the difference. So I had to, declutter, remove the unnecessary junk in my life, no matter what it was. I had to remove some of the junk in my life, and I had some junk. I said get rid of that street meat. I said do something different. I said find people, places, and things that help you grow. Nobody wants anything that's been everywhere with everybody doing everything. And so, in learning to declutter, I decluttered the thoughts of a lot of things, but mostly decluttered my mind and found my peace. And I'm going to tell you something, I suffer severe allergies, severe. But when you find your peace, I mean, when you really find your peace, there's nothing like it. And nobody, no matter what you think, feel, or believe about them, can disrupt that peace. Nobody. I almost let it happen this weekend. Sometimes I slip. I said I failed in some areas. Yeah, I'm human. But I got right back to where I needed to be because nobody's going to clutter, my heart, my mind, and my soul. And I become aware of it and leave it there. Cluttering will happen. Once I become aware of it, hit the road, and I don't care what it is. And trying new things and not fearing so many things, the unknown, stepping into some of that fear and entering the unknown has been healthy, engaging, and different for me. Different is I spend a lot of time in my life without realizing it, because of some of the things, that I was involved in, being careful about what I said, what I did, where I went, who I was with, those kind of things. And I'm still careful because, there are some things going on out here. But I'm not so careful in, how I'm living, a better life. I'm definitely living a better life. And I'm grateful for that. And so there are good people out here everywhere. And I say that all the time because sometimes you're going to run into some junk. You're going to run into some street meat. You're going to run into some people, places, and things that don't mean you any good. And when you do, declutter. One of the other things I found out is my circle has to be inclusive. you know, I might very well be allergic to that body water. I might need to check that out. Back on track. Or some of the ingredients in it. And it's water and blueberry. But I need to delve a little bit further because I noticed that I start itching and things start irritating my face, my eyes, my nose. All of that stuff happens. And it's usually when I'm sitting here drinking this by water. I'm not really sure what's in it. It's blueberry. And there's not supposed to be any other things in it, but again, I digress. Learning new things and having no fear and entertaining the unknown. I'm looking forward to that. I'm meeting different people. I've had the opportunity to do some things I thought I'd never do. Yeah, a little bit different for me. And I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. I'm no longer a hostage to people, places, or things. And I haven't been for a very long time. But now I'm enjoying it a lot more, a whole lot more. And I appreciate that. And so, in reclaiming my life, these are things in 2023 that I'm looking to do. And that's to travel, reduce the social media time, have conversations, declutter. And I want deep conversations. I want to be able to go in the deep end with people without them feeling intimidated. I read something the other day, and I think Jean Boulay, shout out to Jean Boulay, who just, posts some really great stuff that I have the opportunity to share. And I think it said that when a leader walks in the room, the insecure get more insecure. I'm paraphrasing now. The snakes, are afraid. But the real up and coming leaders are inspired. Be inspired by people who know a little bit more than you do and who can teach you. Don't be so intimidated by what's different. Embrace it. 2023 has some things coming. We're expecting some things across the country. Look up and look ahead and pay attention. There are some things coming our way, no matter where you live, who you are, what you're doing, and what you have. Learn from people. And if you're getting it done and you're not sharing with others or pulling others along, you're really not doing anything. Nothing. Share. Help other people grow and come up. 2023, go get it. Get it. Get it. Get it done. Do your thing and, have fun. Above all, have fun. Love yourself. When you walk past the mirror, don't worry about what other people think or say about you. Because what they think and say has absolutely nothing to do with you. It's them. It's their insecurities. You can always tell. And I don't want to get into this too much because the podcast is over. But you can always tell when people are insecure by the way they behave. You can. And a lot of times, you're showing yourself and you don't realize it because you're so used to behaving the way you behave. Take a look at you. Take a look at you. Love you. Be comfortable with the person in the mirror. I mean, after all, at the end of the day, it's really all you have, no matter who's in your life. And nothing lasts forever. No relationship is perfect. Nobody is happy all the time. Life happens on its own terms, and we don't get to control it. But you do get to shape and mold what you're doing, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and how you live in 2023. Give it a try. You might find that everything you think you need, you don't. And everything you think you want, you already have most of it. Coaching you for you here. My name is Annette. Again, I'm your host. I'll see you again next week. We have a special guest with a special topic, so stay tuned. And if you live in the city of Trenton, as I do, I want to remind you that there is an at-large runoff election for 6 candidates on January 24th. Don't miss the vote. The choice is your power. Good night.